All right, let me plug the joint. What makes women attracted to men who don't fit their type? Again, what makes women attracted to men who don't fit their type? And shout out to the homie L Lucario. I actually got the idea to do this drop from a recent video he did. And let me just say this, because there's an individual out there who is very, very protective of Lucario. And it's not April MC. It's not even a woman. There's a guy out there who's very, very protective of Lucario. Yeah, he doesn't like when I do videos that are similar to a video that Lucario previously did. Yeah, he doesn't like that. He feels some kind of way. But here's a message for him. What the fuck are you gonna do about it? Nothing. So enjoy this video. What makes women attracted to men who don't fit their type? Guys, I have a video for y'all. But before I play this video, for all my supporters who are white, all my white guys, all my white brothers out there, right? I caution y'all. Okay, this video was very triggering, right? Right? And I know y'all white guys, when y'all see this chick, y'all gonna be like, we disown her. We banish her from the kingdom of Caucasianism, right? That's what you're gonna feel when you see this video. What makes women attracted to men who don't fit their type? So we're just gonna get into this video and then we're gonna come back. Let me just say this real quick though, because y'all know I have talked about sexual attraction being illogical. The word illogical is probably not the best word to use, right? So I'm going to try to use the word non-rational or unchosen feeling, right? Again, sexual attraction is non-rational or an unchosen feeling, right? But let's get into this clip.
How tall are you?
6'2".
As a tall woman, is dating easy for you?
Yeah, because I like black guys. But look, right now my boyfriend's white, so if my boyfriend's watching this, I love you, Pookie.
What's the difference between the black and the white when it comes on the tall woman?
Their humor. Black guys are funny. Naturally.
But your boyfriend isn't.
He is funny. That's why I took a little detour.
So you've already been to the dark side.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, brother.
You think this is your long-term life partner forever, or do you think like some black guy is gonna get in the mix down the road?
Well, he met my family, but I got a place in my heart for some black boys.
So if I said to you, screw the interview, let's go.
All right, so let's address the elephant in the room. Because I'm not feeling the fact that she said black boys. I don't like that shit. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that she said black boys. I don't like that shit, right? But she was right about one thing. When it comes to being humorous, us Negroes, we are some naturally funny motherfuckers. At least I know I am, right? Because look, there are certain stereotypes about black men that aren't necessarily accurate of every black man. Now, let me just say this about stereotypes. All of the good ones, yeah, that's true of me. Yeah, I can't speak for every other black guy, but all of the good stereotypes, yeah, I got that in abundance. Now, the negative stereotypes, bro, I can't really speak to that. I mean, I might have, dibbled and dabbled in some shit, but that shit don't apply to me. But the good ones, yeah, that's here, right over here. What makes women attracted to men who don't fit their type? The young lady in the video, what did she say? She prefers black guys. That's her preference. Now, here's the thing, and I want guys to understand, because I don't want to blow y'all mind with this, but this might fuck up some of y'all, right? What makes women attracted to men who don't fit their type? You guys do know that a woman can have a type based on just sex, and then another type based on who they bring home to their parents. Okay, let me say that shit again. Women can have a type for sex that they sexually desire, like these are the guys that I gravitate to sexually, and These are the type of guys I bring home to mommy and daddy. She all but alluded to that. The black guys, those are the guys that sexually turn her on. When it comes to her being attracted sexually to men, she gravitates to black men, right? But now, and I don't know her background, so I don't know the full story, but I do know for a fact there are some white girls or Latina girls or Asian girls or Middle Eastern girls or, Eastern European, Italian, who love themselves some black men, but they can't bring one home. So they'll bring home what's acceptable. Somebody who looks like them or who looks like their father, right? And these are facts. So when guys talk about, oh, well, women have a certain type. If you're not that type, they're not fucking with you. Get off the internet, go outside. Get off the internet, go outside. I told you guys a story when I lived in Oklahoma City briefly, how I had a woman she was either from Iran or Iraq. I don't remember which one. And she could barely speak English, but she had the hijab on or hijab, whatever the fuck that shit is called around her head. Like she had on like a regular like blouse and some jeans and some tennis shoes, but she had the joint around her head. And I'm coming out the convenience store and I'm about to get into my car and she's driving by and she stops her car and she gets out of her car and approaches me and we start talking. And during that conversation, she basically tells me that her father wouldn't approve of me, right? Because I'm black and I'm non-Muslim. But that she wanted to deal with me anyway, but that I would have to basically be her fucking secret, right? So when we talk about a woman's type, a lot of times what a woman may bring home is influenced by their parents or their culture or even their religion, right? But when it comes to what their pussy responds to, what their loins, what their libido responds to, it might not even be a man who looks a certain way visually. It may be more so the race of the man, right? In some cases, right? Now, when we say the race of the man, of course, women are going to want a good looking man. Like the young lady, white chick, she said, I like black guys. Well, I'm sure she prefers handsome black guys, not ugly ones, right? What makes women attracted to men who don't fit their type? So she said something. She used the word detour. She took a detour. You have a lot of black women, for instance, the swirlers, right? Maybe they don't like what they've gotten dealing with black men, so they start dating men of other races, you know, maybe white men. They take a detour. They have unmet needs. When women have unmet needs, they will figure out to get those needs, they will figure out a way to get those needs met. So if that means they have to date someone or deal with someone who isn't their ideal type or isn't their quote unquote physical preference, they'll do it. Why? Women want to be happy, bro. And this is what guys don't understand. Women want to be happy at all costs. Women want to be happy. They want to be loved. They want to be cared about. And they want great sex. Can't forget that. So if women have to go get those things from a man who doesn't look exactly like they would prefer, they're going to go get that shit from another motherfucker all day. All day. What makes women attracted to men who don't fit their type? Guys, I know women personally, non-black women, Hispanic women, white women who date all races of men. I know white women who date black men, white men, Hispanic men, and Asian men. So when you talk about a type, you're talking about a white woman or a Hispanic woman. He dates white men, Hispanic men, Asian men, and black men. Come on, bro. Y'all need to understand. And even in that case, even in that scenario, you still might have women that have a preference. I prefer to date black men, or I prefer to date white men or Hispanic men. But if I meet another man who's handsome, who's of another race, and I'm attracted to him, I'm fucking with it. What makes women attracted to men who don't date their type? See, real quick, I'll use my brothers as an example. right? For those of you who don't know, I have 3 brothers, so it's 4 of us. Right? So my twin and my other brother who's a year and a half younger than me. Right? My youngest brother is 9 years younger than me, right? But my other 2 brothers, my twin and my brother who's basically the middle brother, both of them have been married for over 25 years. Both of them. They've been married to the same woman for over 25 years, and those women are black, right? So if you see my brothers, right, and you see that they've been married to these black women for 25 years, you would be like, oh, that's their type. Black women. Really now? You think so now? You think so? See, me, I married a black woman, I married a white woman, right? When it came to the women that I brought home to my parents, I brought home a black woman, I brought home a white chick, I brought home a Mexican chick, I brought home a half white, half Mexican chick. I'm all over the place, right? But my brothers, the only women my parents ever met that they fucked with were black women, right? But my brothers, when it comes to having sex with chicks, they're exactly like me. Exactly like me. Exactly like me when it comes to having sex. But when it comes to relationships, their preferred choice, black women. Sex, the UN, the United Nations, right? Same with me. I'm the UN when it comes to dealing with women, right? If I find a woman attractive, I don't give a fuck where she's from. I'm with it, right? Even when it came home to, I said came home, even when it came time to bringing chicks home to my mama and my father, right? Hey, you don't think my mama looked at me with the side eye when I was bringing home the white chick, the Mexican chick, and then she looking at my brothers like, you ain't get the memo like your brothers did? Fuck that. Meet such and such. Fuck the memo. This is who I'm bringing home, right? What makes women attracted to men who don't fit their type? Guys, unmet needs, filling a void. If a woman has a void in her life and she comes into contact with a man who is not her physical type, but she is still attracted to him, she fucking with him. Also, subconscious desires. There's a lot of non-black women who don't typically fuck with black guys, but they have subconscious sexual desires that make them gravitate to black men sexually, although they might not take those women home to their father. I said women, men. And these are facts. There's a lot of guys who have been secrets. There's a lot of guys, even some of you white guys. I'm sure maybe you had sex with some Asian chick or maybe even a black chick. And she said, I can't tell nobody about you. But you're not her ideal type. You're not her physical type. It's just something about you is uniquely different. And she says to herself, and when I say this, every single woman know what I'm talking about. When a woman says to herself, this just feels right. Even when a woman is with a man or dealing with a man who is not her physical type or her quote unquote preference, when it comes to her emotions and how she feels in that man's presence, if she says, this just feels right, she's fucking with it. She's fucking with it. And you guys to understand that. Again, what makes women attracted to men who don't fit their type? Guys, and I'll use this, and I'm about to bounce with this. If we're talking about a woman from California, born and raised in California, she grew up on the surfing scene, so all she's dealt with all her life is surfer guys. Blonde hair, blue-eyed, tanned, surfer guys. And then, because of her job, she has to move to upstate New York, Albany, New York, Buffalo, New York. Do you think she's gonna find those beach blonde dudes in abundance in upstate New York? No. So she has to adapt. She has to adapt. Now, her preferred choice might still be white men, but are those white men in many cases going to look like what she's used to from Cali? Probably not. Instead of dealing with beach going white dudes, she's probably going to be dealing with some middle class white dudes who look a whole lot different, who talk different. You feel me? What makes women attracted to men who don't fit their type? Sexual attraction. That's it. Sexual attraction. What makes women attracted to men who don't fit their type? See, when guys are talking about women having types, you're talking about a visual type. A woman's desire to want to have sex with a man supersedes the visual aspects, period, right? I need guys to understand that. Let me just say this. For most men, their criteria to sexually desire a woman is simply how she looks. Not even so much how she acts, because they can be dealing with a woman who is difficult to deal with and a little disrespectful. But as long as they still think they can have sex with that woman, they're still going to deal with that woman. For women, their criteria far supersedes just how you look. How you act matters greatly. And this is where guys get it twisted. See, the average guy will deal with disrespectful women. Period. The average guy will deal with disrespectful women, so as long as they can still have sex. Women, not so much. When you first meet a woman, if your attitude ain't right, if your behavior ain't on point, no matter what you look like, women ain't gonna fuck with you. Period. So see, guys think that women just put up with disrespectful guys and still fuck them. No, 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 no. What some women may do is once they've been having sex with a guy for a while, and then he gets on some bullshit, she might deal with his bullshit, but she's only dealing with his bullshit because he done already gave her the dick, right? She done already gone crazy about the dick. Right? So a lot of times women, they get dick whipped after the fact. Like this dude is driving me crazy the way he's fucking with me, right? Or the way he's fucking me. The problem with a lot of you guys, y'all get pre-pussy whipped. Y'all already pussy whipped before you even had sex, which is why you put up with disrespect hoping that you can get to the sex. That's not how women move. Women do not move how men move when it comes to sex. Women are not putting up with no bullshit if they hadn't even sampled you yet. It ain't happening. What makes women attracted to men who don't fit their type? Women are not always going to run into their type. So when it comes to men that they are attracted to, women have a vast type when it comes to men they actually indulge in casual sex with. Now, when you talk about a woman getting into a relationship with a guy, yeah, she's going to be a little pickier. And she's going to make sure that she can try and get her type as close as possible when it comes to relationships. But when it comes to casual sex encounters, it ain't that serious. Peace.